Will it be that comes out of the NFC and makes it to the big show, the Super Bowl in San Francisco? Flip of a coin, this one. Absolutely. Going to give you my predictions and what I believe is the game breaker here. But first, subscribe to the channel, follow all our NFL content and the videos obviously coming in the next couple of weeks about the Super Bowl. Now, who's the pick? Look, I'm backing experience in this one, which is obviously Matt Stafford and even Davante Adams in there as well in a prop I will tell you about shortly. But look, like I said, flip of a coin, the last 5 games between these two have gone down to just one score. Went to overtime with both teams scoring a touchdown last time they played, and Seattle winning on a 2-point conversion, their second of that game. So it is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a grind. The weather is likely to be extremely cold, but Matt Stafford survived a Chicago comeback in their divisional game against the Bears, and his experience will pay off again against Sam Darnold. Look, he's untested, untried in maybe these big situations. So I'm leaning on him to either make a mistake or not be able to do enough, playing just a little bit too safe to get a win against the Rams. When it comes to prop bets, look, I've been digging around trying to find the best angles for this one, and I really like the Colby Parkinson bet. I've backed him a few times for the Rams this year, and it has paid off. Look, Seattle, if there is a weakness in that number one defense, is against tight ends, where they actually give up the 6th most yards of any team in the NFL this season. So Colby Parkinson has been a safe bet and has seen a lot of targets from Stafford. So expect him to get his chances to get over that small receiving yards total of 23.5. On the Seattle side, no Zach Charbonnet, which is a huge loss. He does his damage and gives Kenneth Walker that little bit of a breather and a little bit of a 1-2 punch for Seattle. So who's going to see some of these rushing attempts? I believe there's going to be some plays for Rashid Shaheed. Look, he's been the special teams expert since coming over from the Saints. So if Seattle are in a little bit of trouble, or even if they just want to bust open an unpredictable big play, we could see Shaheed getting a couple of rushing attempts in this game. And he's got just a 0.5 rushing yards total. So if he gets a couple of attempts, we should see him go over that as well. And as I said, Davante Adams, where does he fit into all of this? Puka will get his. He ate over 200 yards last time they played. But look, I'm looking at Davante Adams to be involved, especially in the red zone. He hasn't scored a touchdown in his last 4 games after going on that huge run of touchdowns midway through the season and then obviously suffering an injury. So there is a spot for him. Last time he played Seattle, he had 1 reception for 1 touchdown. So I like experience with experience, veteran and veteran connecting in the red zone for the Rams to score a TD. So that's where we have it. Have the Rams to win at 2.5 point underdogs. Have Rashid Shaheed over 0.5 rushing yards. Colby Parkinson over 23.5 receiving yards. And Adams for a TD. Just remember, gamble responsibly and happy punting.